The deep magenta rays of the rising sun broke over the walls of Kuzaki Temple, reflecting off the tip of a raised katana as it cut down through the still morning air. Over and over the sword rose and fell in a gentle rhythm, accompanied by the faintest hiss. Even this early hour heralded the oppressive humidity that would settle on Nagasaki as the day progressed. The heavy spring rains had long since come and gone, leaving the land trapped in the enervating heat of midsummer. The man wielding this particular katana was of moderate height, whose thin build belied surprising strength. His face was open and engaging, not exactly handsome, but pleasing, and more youthful than his 35 years merited. The primary sign of his age was a receding hairline, about which he was more sensitive than he thought appropriate for a Zen priest. Fortunately, he wore the shaved hairstyle typical of most samurai, hiding his approaching baldness. He also benefited, when he traveled outside the temple, by wearing a large woven basket that covered his head. This basket, called a tengai, was the sign of his Zen monastic order, the Fuke. The members of the Fukeshu were known as komuso, or monks of nothingness, and they wore the basket as a sign of their humility and renunciation of the world. In the front of the basket, a more open weave allowed the monks to see out, if somewhat imperfectly, while not being seen. This alleviated the embarrassment that was a natural component of begging for alms, particularly among the proud samurai. Just now, as Kinko Kurosawa. For simplicity's sake, the author has used the Western pattern for names throughout the novel, in which the given name precedes the family name. In Japan, the family name always comes first. Practiced his suburi. Its gentle rhythm always calmed his troubled spirit. The rest of the temple residents were still asleep, awaiting the early bell that would wake them for their first session of meditation. In most Rinzai temples, the monks would have been up for at least an hour by now, and probably beginning their first round of work. But while Fuke temples technically fell under the umbrella of Rinzai Buddhism, their daily zazen meditation sessions were shorter, and the work requirements less demanding.